It starts recording already, doesn't it? So, Merry Christmas. It's FIDE Master John Curtis, and we have had technical problems, but we're back online thanks to our eminent Grandmaster Mahmood. Here we go. We're just going to go into chess.com. We're going to start a new game, and new game, 3 minutes, play. Now, who have we got? Let's see if we can get some. Oh, here we go. E4. Well, C takes D. He's playing the Queen's centre counter. I'm just putting my knight on F3. I'm just developing my pieces. And he's just attacking. That's a bad move. Reason being, you shouldn't bring your queen out too early in the game. He's 2082. He's no bunny, but I'll just castle. Want to play there. Attack his queen. Now we're going to go for his knight. Oh, I'm looking at Queen A4 and smashing up his queen side a little bit. That's my plan. Okay, so now, where do we go? Queen A4, that was the plan. We'll just stick to it. Not worried about a pawn in the centre. We've got bigger fish to fry. Okay, now a big question is, I've got bishop takes knight. Is he happy with that ending, is he? We'll just see. Planned it. Let's go for it. Take that off. And he's happy with this. Take his queen. And pawn takes. He seems to know what he's doing here. He's obviously playing for an ending where he's just a pawn up. And so this is going to be a battle of the wills, I think, more than anything else. A battle of wills. So play bishop e3. That threatens his a pawn. I do have to be careful. I can't go snatching a pawns and getting trapped by c5. So we'll develop a piece and attack the castle. So we'll do two things at the same time. Now, we'll work out a way. Knight e4. That clears the way for one of the rooks to activate in the c file. And at the same time, we're looking at knight g5 and knight f7. He stops knight g5. This guy seems to know his eggs. We're going to play a3. So his rook here, as you can see where his rook's located, it's in a containment area. And we're trying to contain his rook. If we can get his rook out of play, we can win this game. If we can mobilise our two rooks, and he's thinking about that now, we can mobilise our two castles and cause him a whole lot of problems with his rook trapped on this in this little area here, a6, b6, a4, etc. He wants to bring his knight in there to extricate himself. Let's see now. We can move our bishop back one square. We threaten to take his knight. Then in the endgame, we've got two sets of double pawns. We've got double C pawns and double F pawns. So it's a bit of an instruction in the endgame. He's given me a pawn. I'll take the C pawn because in open positions, bishops are better than knights. You can just try to remember that in your game. The reason why he's played C5 is he wants to activate this rook on A3. You can see now it's got the rank. So it can move to B6, A6 I should say. It can move to B6, C6, D6, E6. Now he can drop a pawn here. Is that good, bad, indifferent? Let's grab it and see what happens. Now we see I've got 5 pawns, he's got 4 pawns. So I'm a pawn up. He's hoping for bishop C3, the natural move. And then if I play the natural move, he'll capture and isolate my pawns. I'll have 2 pawn islands. And so it might be very, very difficult to defend. Right. So now what's his plan? His plan is F3, knight D2. If I move my rook, he plays knight takes pawn check and takes my bishop. So I'm going to play, if I play pawn f3, plays knight d2, rook here, he can play knight to b3, and then again I've got problems. So I'm going to just play rook here. Pin his knight against his rook. Can't move his knight. I'm threatening now f3. He can play f3 himself. No, he doesn't. He chooses not to. So I'm going to go for the end game. Remember, I'm on the A pawn. I've already got a pawn. So now we're really trying to get into it. We've only got 13 seconds because we've been talking like a fish out of water. There goes the A pawn. Woo! It's gone. But I've only got 8.6 seconds. I've been talking a lot and thinking a lot. So he's been playing super fast. So he knows what he's doing. He has his little pet opening and whatever. And, rook to c1. What's he doing now? He wants to play, he's on my bishop. The filth. Right, rook, I'm just trying to pick up a pawn now. Desperation time. I've only got seconds left. I can't even do that. Oh, time's up. So we lost that one. I have to play another game. This time we'll try to speed up. So congratulations, Jeff R. We're now playing Jaguar Town, 21-20, c4. c5. Trying to occupy the d5 square. Now we're going to try more to increase our pressure on the d5 square with our bishop. So we've got all the pieces attacking the d5 square. We can take the other way. We're not going to take towards the centre. We'll just do it slightly differently. And hopefully we can get a good game a different way. I'm going to play e4. If he lets me, I'll play knight e2, knight f4, and knight d5. No, he won't let me. Cheeky dog. Okay, bishop to e3. It's a natural developing move. It threatens the c-pawn. Okay, what else can I do? I'd like to play b4 and play some rubbish chess, but I might not get away with it. I'll play f4, try to gain some space. You see I've got pawns on c4, e4, f4. Knight f3, he might pin me. I'll just play queen d2 and just develop a piece slightly. So if he plays e5, I could just castle. I'll protect that pawn. He was threatening bishop takes pawn on c4. Now he's threatening a5, wants to break me open. I can play a4, and then we've secured the queen side. So there's no way he can play d4. No way he can threaten our pawns on the queen side. We've got a bad pawn phalanx system. I'll play queen c2, and there's no penetration. So his queen's sitting over there, but it's not doing anything. And the whole idea is what we want to do. Play. I'm looking at knight f3, knight d2, and castles. So there goes the first move, knight f3. If he plays bishop g4, no he doesn't, I'm castling. Right, I'd like to play f4. Try to make you uncomfortable. There goes f4. Oop, if the mouse allows me, f4. Yeah, f5, my correction. I'm trying to talk fast and play chess. It's because I lost in the last game on time. So I'm playing bishop d2. He wants to reconfigure his knights on the e5 square. Get a blockade type position. Why not? I'll just play knight takes knight. I'll just take it off. I'm happy. Now I just play h3. Idea is g4, g5. See if he lets me do it. I'm hopeful, aren't I? There's g4. Do I get g5 in? g5 would be beautiful. I might be able to attack him on the black squares. There's g5. Here it comes. We'll do that move at any cost because we want to open the game up. Open lines for our bishops. Next idea is that we want to play rook to f2 and double rooks on the f file. Play f takes g. We might play f takes g now. F takes g now before he can move his king back and put his rook attacking my pawn. Pawn takes pawn check. That opens up my bishop on the d2 diagonal. I've only got 1 minute. Oh wait, I've got to speed up. Rook on the a file to f1. We're now doubled up on the f pawn. Right, now how do we get in there? Well, let's improve our bishop. Bishop to g4, 5. Right, we're threatening that pawn. He's got to hold it or it'll fall apart. He's found a way to hold it, folks. So we just move back, keep the pressure on. Trying to keep the pressure on him. Right. Let's just going to play Queen D1. We might be able to transfer our queen over to the king side somehow and get it an attack. King to H1. I don't want any checks along the D file. Now bishop F3. Remember, he can attack that pawn twice or whatever. Oh, he wants to attack my bishop. Dirty dog. Strong knight on E5. Strong, powerful knight on E5. Can I sacrifice a rook and blast him open? I don't know. I'd have to have my bishop on G3 for that. He's made a mistake here, folks. He's allowed rook takes pawn. Remember, we had 3 pieces on the F pawn on F6. We'll take that with check because we can follow with a bishop check. And now he drops the castle in the corner. So now it's just a matter of trying to finish him off. So we've got Queen D5. We've got 26 seconds on the clock. Clock's ticking. Rook to F6. Want him to run out of moves here, folks. Want him to run out of moves. Rook to E6. E6. 20 seconds. Clock's ticking. He's coming over for checks. Help! Rook to F. Oh, we just dropped the rook. He's a clever little fox, isn't he? He's got 54 seconds. Some of these guys are really quick. Maybe I'm too old to play lightning chess. I don't know. Bishop there. Threatening the pawn on F2. The good thing about this is we don't have to think because we're so desperate. We don't have to think. Oh, it's not a check. So we just Queen there. C7. I'm going to lose on time again. There's a check. There's a check. Oh my God. So not good. Not good. It might be the mouse. Try to blame something. Try to blame my mouse. I got a new mouse here. I haven't used it, so could be that. Fractions of a second cost you a game. I'm just switching mice. I'm losing all the paperwork here. What's happened there? Nothing feels natural. Right. Right, so now G6. Oh no, all this changing. Look at this. I've got 2 minutes 30 seconds. I lost a half a minute. Fiddling around with a mouse, you lose a half a minute. It's terrible. Castles. Alright then, I'll just play B6. Bishop B7. Try to pick up some time somehow. He's played really well. He's 21-31. Milky Pearson. Good old little Milky Pearson from Russia. With a name like Milky Pearson. Knight B5, D7. Got to play Rook E8. Want to play E5. Probably wants me to play E5. I'm not going to play E5 stuff. I'm going to play H6, Knight H5. Oh, he's thought about that too. I'll play E5 then. Seeing he thought about the other one, I'll play that one. I'll take with the knight. Oh, well. You move back. Well, I'll move back too. Ha ha ha. Bishop's biting ground on D6. You can't get me now. I'm going to play A5. And then C4. C5 won't have any effect if he plays B5. That's if he knows what I'm doing. So I've got a plan here. Now I just want to play Knight E4 and cause him all sorts of consternation. Rook takes pawn. Look at him. He wants to play Knight C4 and do all these sort of tricky little things. I'm going to play pin his knight. Moves away. Yeah, why not? I'll pin his knight. If he plays knight takes rook, I'll take his queen. Plays rook takes bishop, I'll play rook takes and recapture, and then I'll exchange up. I can play rook c5, I can play knight c5, I can play knight e5. He just wants to do that, does he? All right. So I just play rook c5 and attack his knight. I don't want him playing this a4 breakthrough move. I want to slow it down as much as possible. We've nullified the bishop on h2, biting granite. And so now we want to nullify the rest of his pieces so that we can get a decent game out of it. So we're playing knight e4, hopefully to exchange off another minor piece. Because every time we exchange off a minor piece, we strengthen our position and weaken his position, because he's got that stupid bishop on h2, which has got no activity. Now, oh, he's sacrificing. He didn't like his bishop with no activity. And now we'll play rook here. Just challenging rooks. And we'll take that rook off. We're happy to exchange material when we're queen here. We don't want to play queen to c2, c7, and have him do a discovery with his bishop attack. He's pinning me. He just wants to cause me all sorts of trouble. So I just play rook e7 that defends the knight that he's threatening. Now he's attacking me again, so we'll just defend the knight that he's attacking. We'll just defend it. We'll be patient. And we've got 1 minute and 5 seconds. He's got 1 minute and 9 seconds. So we're doing well here. We're a piece up. We want to play king h7. That's our plan. And then move our knight and win the game. So it's a simple plan. So move our bishop here. And we'll follow our simple plan to the letter. We're not going to take any risks here. We can't move the knight because the rook checks at the back and we drop our coin. So now king h7. And now our position is complete. Our defense is complete. We're now looking at playing knight c5 or knight e4 is even better, isn't it? Look at that, knight e4. Knight e5, I should say, threatening their pawn. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 pieces, knight on e5, everyone's attacking everyone, we'll take that off. Now we've just taken his c pawn. So more queen takes. He's got no moves there. Oh, I don't want to open up my king. Let's just take another pawn off because he's not threatening anything. Take a pawn off. Rook, now I can attack his queen. And now he's got some real serious problems. 22 seconds, plays 23 seconds. He too is trying to win on the clock. Let's play queen here and really put him under pressure. Queen takes queen. He wants to just swap. Let's see what his endgame technique's like. F5. Oh, pawn takes pawn. We've isolated the pawn. Put another pawn on a white square. Bishop up. Oh, what happened? He won on time. Oh, time seems to be a problem.
I think it's too short.
Let's see now. No, it was the mouse changeover. There's no doubt about it. It was the mouse changeover. We lost nearly half a minute. And we only lost by about 5 seconds. So we gave him 25 seconds start. You can't do that in 3 minute chess. Not against these guys. He's setting the trap. Knight takes pawn, queen a4 check wins the knight. We know all those little things, young fella. But now he can't play d4 because he loses his pawn on e4. So he just goes and moves forward, so we just take it off and castle safely. Not a problem. And now we've got our pawn on c5, and we're covering the pawn to d4 move, and we can develop naturally. So we'll play queen to c2, protects the b7 pawn, threatens the knight, and now we'll play rook to d1, 8, my d1. And we just see what he does. I'm expecting bishop to f4. But I can then, oh yeah. He didn't play it. Bishop f4 is a really good move. I'm going to play knight to d4. I want to play bishop takes knight. Bishop takes knight in this position will win a piece for me, because I'll do the discovery on him. Now rook takes. I'm doing all right. Now I've got the isolated pawn thing. Pawn takes. Oh, I'll just play e6. Looks a bit passive, but he's got rook c3. I play rook d8. I'm behind in development still. Yeah, but he doesn't stop coming forwards, does he? Okay. Yeah, he wants to play that move. I'm going to stop him at all costs. I'll play knight a5. Just to give myself some time, a little breather. Bishop to f8. His queen's misplaced there. I was just thinking, what's his queen doing there? And then I realised that, hold on, I can play a few moves here, and he's got to, now I've got bishop here to d7. I just keep getting pieces working. This is good here. So now I've got bishop to c6. He hasn't got his d5 move. His d5 move is the move that I was really worried about. And now I can play bishop to d5. I'm really playing against the isolated pawn. I've got 1 minute 25 seconds as opposed to 1 minute 25 seconds. We're square on time. What do you know? If I could play rook on the a file at c8, knight c4, I would have the advantage in the game. So I'll play rook on the a file at c8. Now he plays knight takes bishop, we'll play queen takes queen. Got knight c5. Bishop takes. We're threatening his castle. Careful, buddy. Drop your castle. What's he doing? His little trick moves, eh? We'll just, how do we punish him for that? We'll just go on the open file, put pressure on the d-pawn. And now he's still got to capture that bishop. There he goes. And now rook takes rook. And we're still playing against his isolated d-pawn. Got 1 minute 01, 58 seconds. He's playing for the clock. He knows he's busted. You can't just drop the exchange and win, can you? Can you? Can you just drop the exchange and win? I'm going to fortify my queenside pawn structure. Put them on a square that the bishop can't move to. I'm going to play queen to d5. I like the ending. And I've got a queen check right down the corner there. He'd hate that. So he'll probably take. I'll do the pre-move. No, he didn't take. Queen check, he's going to put his knight in, is he? That's okay. I'll make him go backwards. And then I'll just play queen back to b7 with an advantage. Okay. Now he's playing there. We'll just play queen d7. Threatening to change queens. 35 plays 40. He's winning on the clock. Dirty dog. Okay. Up we come. What are you going to do now, buddy? If pawn takes pawn, queen to h6, check, and wins. Pawn takes pawn. And now pawn to d3 wins. We're attacking his queen, and we're attacking the knight with check. And now we're pushing the pawn forwards for a new queen. Bishop takes knight. Attacking his queen, threatening to promote to a new queen with check. Rook check, He's skewered. Rook takes bishop check. Skewered again. Check there. He must be running out of squares. Oh, it's checkmate. What do you know? I won a game. Woohoo! Oh, now I'm a happy little chappy. Wave me little hat. I'm very happy. Oh, can I win one more? Can I win one more? Oh, who am I playing? S95. It's our friend S95 from India. He was on our YouTube video the other day as a guest. So he's obviously very loyal and wants to come in and play. Welcome S95 from India. Oh, there we go. Knight G3, H5, 4, H5. There we go. We'll do all that. The usual. Bishop there. Queen takes. Right. Develop the pieces. If I can remember what the engine said, I went and had a look at what the engine said after a few of my moves last time. And I might remember a little bit of it. Try to remember a few of the improvements. Oh, the engine said play A4. I remembered. Oh, the old fella remembered A4. Engine says A4 is good. Okay, right. What else can we do now? What else would the engine say? The engine said put your knight on E4. So I remember that bit too about this position. It said put your pawn on A4, put your knight on E4. I missed it. It was A takes B. Oh, no, you would have played A takes B maybe. Ah, well, almost missed it. What are we going to do now? I think it's probably time to just rip that little horse off. And knight to E4, 5. I'm threatening the C pawn. Oh, look at this. Pawn takes pawn. I've now opened my rook, which can be channeled to the A7 square. 1 minute 53. Watch your clock, Johnny. And now I'm threatening knight takes pawn. All right then. So can we just do one more move? Queen to F3, threatening knight takes C pawn. Can I get away with that? He's got knight takes, queen takes pawn, queen D4. But I think it's bad after knight takes C6. So really, he's got queen D5. Oh, if he plays queen D5, he can't castle. Hello, hello, hello. You can't castle. But queen D5 is probably still his best move. But he probably hates it. I remembered something else about this position too. They said play G4. I'm going to do that too. Seems all these moves that the engine said to play are all working in this position. It was a different game altogether, but the engine told me 3 things that I had to do. One was to play A4, one was to play knight to E4, the other one was to play G4. Oh, he's allowed knight takes pawn. Yeah, his problem is he can check and change queens, but rook takes bishop check at the end of the section will destroy him. So I can't see what he's going to do to survive. He's got less time, only 10 seconds less. But his position is basically shattered. Hell, we might be in a position where we are going to get 2 points out of 4. Unbelievable. Check. Uh-oh, he's in trouble now. The heavy gun's moving in. There's a big check down there. Wait a minute. He's on my rook. What would the engine do? Rook checks. That way he can't castle just yet. Bishop C3, the engine would do that. That's a lovely move. Right, because that attacks his queen. There's no checks or anything. Develops a piece on the longest diagonal on the board. And if we can castle and bring another piece into it somehow, or even if he shifts off this diagonal, the black diagonal, we can play rook A7 and squeeze him to death with the pin from the queen on C6. Ah. So it seems in this opening, a lot of those moves, those key moves like A4, knight to E4 and G4 that the engine told me to play are quite good. Okay, well, we're just going to pin his knight. He hasn't got a check or anything. We're pinning his knight, threatening queen takes knight check. So, I mean, really, that is a big threat. It's a monster. He'll probably castle. With 20 seconds left on his clock, there he goes. He's castled. So now we just play rook takes knight. We don't want to leave our rook there on the A file because the rook belongs in the centre of the board now. Right, now he's not threatening anything at the moment. Has he got any checks? There's a check here if I go the wrong square. If I go to the wrong square. And he's got a pawn there which can be nasty. We'll just castle. Castle early and often. Got 38 seconds. He's got 7 seconds left. Okay, we'll play, what's he want? He wants to play bishop f4. We anticipate his best moves. He wants to play bishop f4 and checkmate there. So we play bishop d2 before he's even had a chance to do it. Now he wants to play that, but that doesn't do anything. So I just hold that. I can still play bishop to e5. Go away. Stop being annoying. Okay, so we've threatened that. Now we can play rook c7. He wants to attack me. We can attack his queen. King up. King back. Ah! I won on time. And unfortunately, he's got this queen check. And if I keep repeating moves, it's a draw. He wants another game. Well, it's the least we can do with SJ95 from India because he's a very, very loyal person to FM John Curtis Chess on YouTube. And he and all his friends in India are always welcome to challenge me for a game whenever I'm online. Find most people there are all very cordial and very friendly combatants. I'll take my hat off to my friends in India. Here we go, bishop d7. And I'm so happy I've got another mouse now. Because I lost a couple of those earlier games on time. Positions collapsed. That's not a very good move, you know, that knight to e7. But I've followed it up with a better move. Oh, COVID. Knight to h4 is coming. Oh, look at that. We might be able to swap off a minor piece. That's a terrible piece, that knight in the French defence. So we just get rid of it. And we'll develop a piece and threaten his d-pawn. So our pieces are all nicely placed, logically placed. He's going there. Play pawn there. It's not a great move. Would he play knight to b4? Would he? Maybe he would. I'm going to stop knight b4. Don't like that. Because knight b4 with the bishop's on g7, he'd then go to d6 and it'd be very, very hard for me to extricate his knight. So we can't have that. Play bishop g7 now and castle. We'll try to burst out of the position with f6. If he plays knight a5 with the idea of going knight c4, we could play knight takes e5 and bishop takes knight. So if that was his plan, he'd be sadly mistaken. He can't do that. So we'll play this f6, and now we're going to put tremendous pressure on his d-pawn. See if he can survive the pressure. There we go. He hasn't survived the pressure, so we'll take that e-pawn off. And now, theoretically speaking, he's busted. I believe he's busted. As long as we play properly. I can win a piece if he plays d takes e5, d4. the pawn here would fork the bishop and the knight, bishop on e3 and the knight on c3, and then of course he could recapture, and if I recapture with my knight, he can play bishop g6, and I just recapture with h takes, so I'll be all right there. He's trying to get an attack on my king. Pawn e4 looks strong, but he might just sacrifice more pieces. Let's just rip his queen off. Play queen to f6, protecting the g6 pawn. At the same time threatening queen takes pawn check, and also threatening knight takes pawn, and threatening pawn takes pawn, and also threatening pawn to e4. So we've got 5 threats. We'll see what he does. And if he just wants to play pawn takes pawn to distract me from his bishop takes g6 square, I just play queen takes f2 check, queen f5, attacking his queen, and then I'm on his e-pawn, and again he collapses. Right? He's 45 seconds. His rating is 2042 from India. I was doing much harder against those 2100 plus players. Especially that fellow that knew his opening really, really well in that centre counter line. And the queen, this is what I said, queen checks, queen f4, and now he can't play bishop takes pawn because his queen's attacked. His queen's only got 1 square, it's only got the h3 square if he doesn't want to swap. And then I'm going to follow up with knight takes e5, with the idea of knight g4 and knight checks, winning. He decides to change queens. 1 minute 28 plays 10 seconds, so he's just about dead. Let's see now, so we're just going to finish him off. We'll double our rooks on the open fire, basic stuff. Pop our knight in the middle. Don't know what that does, but it looks good. I'm going to play rook f2, just again the basic stuff. There, bishop takes knight, a hanging knight. That was a good reason to play knight there, wasn't it? We'll play bishop here, cut his other rook off. So he's got no attacking moves. His rook's caught. Oh, there's another pawn over there, but we won't take it. We'll just play rook back. And now he's forced to exchange castles. We'll do the pre-move. And now we're still on the A-pawn. He's got no penetration moves, and we won on time. Gained 6 points, and we're 21.45. Can we play one more game, Mr. IT person?
It's up to you.
He wants a rematch. S95. He's looking for his win. God bless India. Let's see what he does. D4. C5. C4. Oh, I shouldn't play this way. Oh, sacrifice a pawn. It's a mouse slip. It's not a sacrifice. It's a mouse slip. I've done it. Take my head off. I've lost the plot. I just dropped the pawn. Bishop there. Threatened to take his knight and recover my pawn. The dastardly dog took my pawn. He might get overconfident. That's the best thing about losing a pawn by mistake. Your opponent might get overconfident. We wish. Oh, what's he doing there? I just threaten his pawn down that side. See what he does. Threaten his bishop. No, why? Play h6, h3, h3. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're just doing nonsense stuff. We're just attacking him there. We'll take his queen. Attacks with the pawn. Smart move. We'll play bishop g2. So we're attacking that pawn again. That pawn that we accidentally lost. We're trying to power up on it. Meanwhile, he's trying to hang on to it. It's a battle of the wills, really. Who can collapse first? Oh, look at this. Look what he's doing. He's trying to encourage me to take his knight. I'm taking that knight. Now he defends it. I play knight to g3. I'm on the pawn. Now he plays bishop b5, and he's calculated all this. You know, castle, threatening to take his pawn off. He'll play bishop takes knight. He's not worried about it. We'll take it off. Okay, so we got the pawn back. Yippee-ki-yay! Okay. That's a bit of a relief. We've got our pawn back. I'm going to take with the bishop because if I can get knights versus bishops, his bishop's better than my knight, but I'll play hippity-hoppity stuff and try to trick him. Take that. There you go. Look on the F file to D1, not the A file, otherwise you drop the A pawn. I've got 131, he's 143 seconds, so just behind on time. That's because my position's a bit more difficult to defend. But at least I've got equal material. Right, he wants to play F5 and bishop there and he wins a pawn, does he? Okay, so I've got to play... I'm going to bring my king into this game. We're going to just simply double. I'll double too. We'll all double. Everyone will double. Right, now we'll just double again. So we've all doubled all our rooks and everything else. It's a battle for the D pawn. If he plays C5, I'll play D5. Plays E5, I'll play D5. Plays bishop F6, I'll snaffle his bishop. And play king E2. And we've got an equal position, I think. A bit more equal for him. Not much difference. Okay, here we go. King E2. So now I've got no weaknesses. Once we have that king E2 move, we've got no weaknesses. Play F4. Shouldn't put the pawns on the black square, but hell, it stops E4, E5. I'm hoping he'll play C5 and allow D5. Oh, he's played there. Good move. It'd be bad to take that, so we're going to play knight C3. I've given him a target here. I could get butchered doing this. After bishop F6, D5, it's a bit sus. Oh, look at this. He's still improving his position. Our position's screaming for D5 now. Because we've got more pieces on that square. He played the wrong move there. Pawn takes pawn. If he plays F takes G pawn, I just recapture on threatening knight E4 check. Okay, so I've got no weaknesses. Let's take that pawn off too. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Oh, he doesn't want to take that. King F3. So we've got 3 pawns each on that side. Play A3. I'm looking now at B4 and B5. I've got 25 seconds. He's only got seconds on his clock. So theoretically I can win on time. Oh, I've got knight checks. What a bonzer of a move. That'll blast him off the board. Knight takes bishop check. Oh, rook checks. I like the end game. Outside pass pawns win, do they? Last time I checked, they do. Pawn check. If he takes that pawn, no, he doesn't. I'll take that one. He takes that one. Come here. Now, can I run? Yes, I run. So if you took my pawn, I don't take his pawn. I just play A4, and he's not within the the square, the perimeter to stop my queen. I just run straight down the A file and make a queen. So I had a one game. I'll decline SJ95. I'll just tell him good game, and we'll sign off for now because my friend here wants to go home. I've got to give him a lift. But listen, thank you again for everybody that supports the channel, fmjohncurtis.chess on YouTube. So for Twitch users, if you want to go in and see me on YouTube, you just type in YouTube FM John Curtis Chess, and you'll see my videos. And if you could just click the thumbs up button and subscribe if you really like the content. I really am working hard to improve the content for you, and it will just get better and better each week. Thank you. Bye now. Just got to sign off.